What's going on, guys? This is Raffle Between Two Forks. This is probably my 8th take, I think. So I've screwed up many times. So with that being said, if you can hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, it'll mean the world to me to support all of my madness. And today we're finally back with a brand new knife video. And this is something that I am super excited about because this company actually took the time to listen to their consumers about how they can better their product. So let's cut this baby open so you can see what I am so excited about. Let's get started. Alright guys, so this is what I am so excited about. So I think like a few months back, I saw on the Misen's, what was it? I think it was on their IG page, it was on their Instagram page, that they said there's something really excited coming. And within like a month and a half or so, they launched a brand new Kickstarter, which is for the Misen 2.0, which is this set of knives right here. These are the 2.0 version of the very popular, which I have the very first version right here, so we can do a side-by-side comparison so you can see what are all the different changes that Misen has made to the knives. So they launched a brand new Kickstarter, and I think they finished like at 1.1 or 1.2 million dollars. So it's a very successful Kickstarter. So congratulations, Misen, and thank you guys so much for sending an entire set over for us to unbox and to do a side-by-side comparison, and I hope you guys like it as well. So it is the paring knife. My most used knife is the chef knife, of course, and then the serrated knife. So let's go ahead and let's just go ahead and start with the chef knife because I think most people will be most excited about the chef knife. So let's unbox this so you can see what is so different compared to the first version of it. Alright guys, so first up we have the brand new Misen 2.0 chef knife. So to highlight several things, you guys can see here is a side-by-side. I don't know if you guys can see much of a difference from that distance, but I will get some close-up shot so you guys can see the difference between these two knives. So just to list out a few things that Misen has made changes to. First off, the very noticeable difference is that they have made a taller blade. They have actually added 4 millimeters of blade clearance to the height of the knife. So that way, whenever you're cutting, I know a lot of people have said this before about the Misen. I even said it initially in my Misen video that if the blade had more clearance, this will be one of my favorite knives, and it is absolutely true. This is one of my favorite knives to use in the house. Is you won't bang your knuckles now because it has extra clearance. Another thing that they have also made changes to is the bolster. They have actually moved the bolster back quite a bit. I'll get close-up shots so you can see like a side-by-side comparison on how drastic the changes are. And it makes for the pinch grip so much more comfortable. You can really get a lot more control of the knife, and without having this bigger bolster right here, which kind of impinges on getting a good pinch grip on it. Whereas this 2.0, you can really choke up on a knife really comfortably. And the last thing, if no one has said anything, you would just have to use it and really read about it for you to even notice the difference. And it is that instead of the Oz 8 steel that the first version of the Misen uses, they have actually used and upgraded to a Oz 10 steel, which has a higher carbon content, meaning it is going to be a lot more durable, has a better edge retention, and overall just a much higher quality of steel. Not to say that the Oz 8 is not good. I know I've read many reviews saying that the Oz 8 is just junk steel, whatnot. And I gotta be honest with you, I've used this knife more often than most of my other knives that I've unboxed, not including the Thomas Keller. And I gotta say, the edge retention on the OG 8 Misen has been fantastic. It's actually been better than some of the X50 CRM MOV15 steel, the German steel that I've experienced. I have actually had to use a honing rod more on the German steel compared to the harder version of the OG 8 steel, and it's just a much better. I like the handle of it and the blade profile of it more. It just feels more functional to me after using it for quite some time. I know I've said in a previous video as well, saying that I like a slopier profile, which has a heavier belly, and using it with a knife that has a much heavier belly on the knife, it's just not, I don't know, maybe I'm just used to using a more Giotto style knife in the kitchen, like a more French knife profile in the kitchen, so I am used to this. But anyhow, enough talking about the old Misen knife. Let's focus back on the Misen 2.0. Now, I gotta say, the fit and finish is very similar to the first Misen. Again, this is a $65 knife. And one thing that I did notice is that they actually fixed the balance point of the knife. Or at least, yeah. So it's much better than the one last time. It is about right here at the bolster. There we go. So it's actually balanced right here at the bolster, compared to the last one where it was very handle heavy, as you can see here. When it just keeps falling over. I don't want to cut myself. But they've fixed the balance of the knife. It feels just a lot more natural in the hands. This 2.0 feels a lot more natural. The only thing that I do have to say is that they did not fix the sharpness of the spine. I know a lot of people have complained about how sharp the spine is, which we will address in my next video on teaching you how to supercharge your Misen knife. The choil also, same here. It's just a little sharp. So when you choke up on the blade, it kind of digs into your hand a bit. Like I said, we'll address that in my next video. Alright guys, so another thing I do want to mention about the difference of the Misen 2.0 versus the Misen, I guess, 1.0 or the OG Misen is the profile of the knife. That is the most noticeable difference, is that the 2.0 has a different profile with the addition of the 4mm of height clearance. Although the handle of the knife and from heel to tip is identical on both knives, the 2.0 is actually about a 1/4 inch or 1 centimeter longer. I don't know if it's because they're moving the bolster back and having to compensate the rest of the length of the knife in order for the profile to make sense and to actually be more functional. I'm not too sure, but there is an additional 1/4 inch of length in the entire knife. The handles are exactly the same length as well. Maybe they added the extra length to balance the knife back out. Alright guys, so that is what I wanted to talk about as far as the dimension and the changes of the Misen. And of course, you cannot have a knife video without doing the cut test, which I'm going to grab / forage for some tomatoes, because what I really mean is I'm running to the store to go grab some tomatoes so we can cut them, because I'm extremely unprepared today. It's been a crazy week, so. Alright guys, so I finally went to the store and picked up some stuff, hence the entire outfit change. So we just want to do the tomato cut test to see how sharp the Misen is. Give me 1 sec. And as expected, it is Wow. Look at that, guys. It's like translucent. It's pretty awesome. Cutting through with no issue whatsoever. Of course, that's pretty much expected from the sharpness of the Misen. And next I will cut some of this parsley because I think we're making spaghetti for dinner. So tomatoes, spaghettis, and a bunch of other stuff. We're gonna make some spaghetti, but let's keep continuing our Misen test. Alright guys, so as you can see here, look at that clearance, guys. Do you guys see that? I'll get a different angle. I have the other camera set up right here so you guys can see the clearance. This is fantastic. Oh, this is great. Wow. Alright, as you guys can see, the clearance was fantastic, and I gotta tell you, the knife feels great in the hands. Like I mentioned before, the only thing that I will really want to address with the Misen 2.0 is the sharp spine. So when you guys come out with the Misen 3.0, it'll be nice to kind of round out the spine a bit and then round out the choil. But not a huge deal, because I will teach you guys how to address both of the issues to make your Misen feel like a $200 chef knife in my next video. So stay tuned. Almost forgot to mention, thank you Elise, thank you Omar, and the rest of the Misen team for sending over such a fantastic set of knives for me to unbox and do a side-by-side review. I really appreciate you guys. And to all of my viewers, I also really appreciate you guys for all your support and all your comments and feedback on my videos. I really appreciate them. And if you guys have any more feedback and anything that you guys would like to see, definitely comment down below to let me know what you guys would like to see on the channel. And as always, I will see you guys next week. Bye.